Hi, welcome to PT Dan's videos and Body Peaks supplements. Today we are going to be talking about something quite fascinating. We're going to be talking about high heels. Yeah, don't get me started. We'll get there in a minute. And we're going to be talking about why men elevate their heels under a plate or a bar when doing squats. So I was watching a documentary on National Geographic the other day based on the discovery of high heels. So back in the day they used to ride horses and they needed high heels on the back of the shoe to stop the foot from coming out of the stirrups. Later on in the 19th century they started using it more so for fashion. So why do women wear high heels? Well, it was actually invented and brought into the fashion industry by a man. So think about it logically. When you wear high heels, assuming of course you're a woman, as a female, when a female wears high heels, what happens to the transfer of body weight? So when the heels are elevated, do you fall backwards or do you fall forwards? You fall forward. So if you fall forward, why don't you continue falling? Well, you naturally counterbalance by lifting your chest, creating a higher and a greater lordotic curve in the lumbar vertebrae, which is a larger curve in your lower spine, to keep your body upright so you don't fall forward. Now this large lordotic curve, which keeps the body balanced when the high heels are trying to push your body weight forward, does two things. It sticks a woman's chest out and it sticks the bum out. So what this does, it accentuates the curves of the female body, making women look more sexy. So this is why women wear high heels, is to lift their chest and stick their bum out, giving the female body greater curves. So now that we understand that and some background into high heels and who created high heels and why they created high heels, let's take that information and apply it to bodybuilding. When a bodybuilder does a squat, you want your chest up, you want a neutral curve in your lower spine, and you want your head looking forward. You want to have balance. You want to have the weight transferred to your heels. Now, if you can do a squat with a good neutral curve in your lower spine, then you do not need to elevate your heels any higher. If, however, you have a flat back, so your lower back doesn't have a neutral curve and it is quite flat, so if you can lie down flat on the ground and you can't put your arm underneath your lower back, then when you do a squat, your lower back is going to take a massive pounding, because that neutral curve can absorb a lot of the weight. So the main muscles being activated are your quads and glutes. If you can't get a neutral spine, then the muscle tissue around your lower spine will take the weight load for you. If you're one of those people that therefore have a flat back and their lower back, their rectus spinae muscles will therefore take a pounding on a squat movement, it will now be in your interest to raise your heels a little bit, having your body fall forward, and therefore it's easier for you to, and there's more emphasis on your body to feel the need to stick your chest up higher and to manually create a greater lower spine and a lordotic curve in your lower back. So let's wrap things up really quickly. Basically, high heels were invented by a man to be brought into the fashion industry to allow the female body to fall forward, so she has to stick her chest up, create a greater lordotic curve and stick a bum out. And this was created by a man to accentuate the curves of a female to make her look more sexy and more feminine. And bodybuilders will take this same theory in their squat by lifting their heels only 1 or 2 inches off the ground to force them to stick their chest up, to create a greater lower curve in the lower back, to secure their back so their body and their skeletal system takes more of a weight load takes the weight load off the lower back and therefore transfers more weight to your quads and glutes where you want it the most. Note, for myself, this is included as an individual. I have, and many other people out there do have, a natural curve already, and therefore will not require to elevate the heels when doing a squat. Talk to you soon.